The last night it had been raining for days. Gray clouds hung heavy in the sky, casting an endless twilight over the town of Morningside. People moved like shadows, hunched against the downpour, heads down, hands deep in pockets. The world felt muted, washed out, as if the storm was trying to erase everything in its path. Eliza, a young woman with a quiet smile and a love for books, sat in the small second-hand bookstore at the corner of Willow and Fifth. The owner, Mr. Graham, was an old man who rarely spoke, preferring to let the books do the talking. Eliza had worked there for years, shelving novels, dusting off forgotten classics, and listening to the occasional visitor who wandered in from the rain. But today, the store felt emptier than usual. The dim light that filtered through the rain-soaked windows did little to brighten the room. The pages of old books felt cold under her fingertips, and the smell of damp paper lingered in the air. She longed for the sun, for the warmth that came with it, but the storm seemed endless. The dark veil that smothered everything inside. As the hours dragged on, Eliza noticed something strange. In the far corner of the store, near the old wooden shelves, a faint light flickered. At first, she thought it was a trick of the eyes, the reflection of a passing car, or perhaps just the erratic glow of the street lamp outside. But no, it was a real light, soft and pulsing, like the heartbeat of the store itself. Curious, Eliza made her way toward it. The closer she got, the brighter it became, until it cast a warm, golden glow around the room. It wasn't a lamp, nor was it an electrical fault. It was coming from a book, a thick leather-bound volume that had never caught her attention before. She pulled it from the shelf, its cover cool and smooth beneath her fingers. The light seemed to be coming from within, as if the book itself were alive, radiating warmth. As soon as Eliza opened it, the light flared brighter, blinding for a moment. When her vision cleared, she found herself no longer in the bookstore. The world around her was different, brighter, clearer, as if the storm had never existed. She stood in the middle, surrounded by tall grass that swayed in a gentle breeze. The sun was low in the sky, casting a warm, golden hue over everything. Confused, Eliza looked down at the book in her hands. The pages were blank now, but the title on the cover was in a language she didn't recognize. She turned the pages again, and this time, words appeared glowing and silvery, shifting and changing as she read them. The last light is what you seek, the one that guides when all seems lost. The words faded, and she was left standing in the middle, the book now silent in her hands.
"Hello," she called out, but no answer came.
She walked through the meadow, unsure of where she was going but feeling an inexplicable pull, as though something or someone was waiting for her. As she moved, the landscape shifted. Trees began to grow taller, their trunks wide and ancient. The sky darkened, but the light in her hands remained steady, casting a warm glow around her. Then she saw him. A figure stood at the edge of the meadow, bathed in the soft light of the book. He was tall, wearing a long, flowing cloak that seemed to shimmer with the same golden light. His face was hidden, obscured by the hood, but Eliza could feel his presence, like a distant memory tugging at the edges of her mind. "You've come," the figure said, his voice deep like the rumble of thunder. "I was waiting for you."
"For me?" Eliza asked, her voice trembling with uncertainty.
"Yes," the figure replied, stepping forward. "You are the one who can restore the light."
"The light?" Eliza echoed. "What do you mean?"
"The storm," he said, pointing toward the dark clouds gathering on the horizon. "It comes from the darkness. It's spreading, consuming everything. The last light is fading, and soon there will be nothing but shadows."
"But I don't understand," Eliza stammered. How can I help?"
"You have the book," he said, his voice softening. "You hold the power to restore what had been lost. But first, you must find the source, the heart of the storm." Without warning, the ground beneath her feet began to tremble. The dark clouds rolled, and the wind picked up, howling through the meadow. The figure raised his hand, and a beam of light shot from the book, cutting through the chaos. "Eliza," he said urgently, "you must go. You must find the heart before it's too late." She nodded, though she didn't fully understand what she was meant to do. But she had no choice. The light in her hand was her only guide, and she had to trust it. The storm raged around her as she ran, the book lighting her way. The wind screamed, and the clouds twisted above, but Eliza pressed on, feeling an unexplainable resolve grow within her. She had no idea where the heart of the storm was, but she knew she had to find it. There was no turning back now. She looked everywhere and finally found it. She left for a long time and never ever came back. The end.